Europe, I'm going to explain how you can add an extra 300,000 in the next 8 months using AI leverage cold outbound at scale. And I will be explaining this step by step without having to rely on referrals or webinars. So I'm going to walk you through how you can engage better potential buyers and book well qualified sales meetings using the exact same method we use for ourselves to book 15 to 35 discovery calls every month. Whether you're providing communication application software, management system software, accounting and billing software, or whatever software you might have, the difficulty in attracting quality leads is not a reflection of your business capability or value of your services, so don't worry. So, who is this for exactly? If you are the CEO, director, or the decision maker in a B2B SaaS company located in North America or Europe, looking to add around 300 to 500,000 in extra revenue in the next 8 months. For B2B SaaS companies that don't have a system in place to acquire new clients rapidly and predictably, if you want to stand out in the overcrowded B2B SaaS market, or if you struggle to differentiate yourself from the competition or engage better with potential buyers. SaaS companies that still rely on referrals, webinars, networking, and other outdated methods to acquire new clients and deals. Also, if you can't seem to connect or reach with the decision makers in the B2B SaaS industry, this is for you. As we know, reaching out to key decision makers is no walk in the park. So, being honest, you can probably add an extra 300,000 in revenue by sticking to referrals, webinars, and doing cold outreach yourself. However, with all the other important tasks you have, that might take you months to fully learn. But let's say you do generate loads of leads, you'd most probably spend 70% of your time on sales calls with companies that either don't have the budget, did not understand your offer, or they tell you they'll think about it because they weren't interested from the start. And this last one will probably resonate with a lot of people. But don't worry, I will show you how you can avoid that in a second. Anyway, allow me to provide you with a brief overview of our background, as I think it might be time to present ourselves. My name is Natalie Hagen. I was born and raised in Canada and also raised in Spain. And before I started marketing, I pursued a career as an emergency medical technician. So later on, I met my partner Linus Pampus, who is also Spanish and German and knows perfect English. And to cut to the chase, he studied marketing and business psychology. So this journey began approximately 2 years ago, and with this also Intercode Digital, with our initial focus being operating an international social media marketing agency specialized in helping medical clinics and surgeons attract more clients through different ways of lead generation. And after this long introduction, we found a better fit of lead generation for us being cold email, and that brings us here right now. So, now comes the actual technical part, the step by step, and how to actually get those well qualified leads and sales calls step by step. So, let's get into this. This is pretty important if you want to do this yourself. So, step one is to define your ideal customer profile if you haven't done this already. This will help you avoid wasting your resources on leads that may not be a good fit, and not to say lower your conversion rates, because if you're contacting people that are not even your perfect match, so to say, you're just wasting your time and energy, time and effort. So reach out to prospects who are your perfect match, be efficient, and this will improve those conversion rates and sales cycles. So you can show your service product to everyone if you want to, but it will most certainly be more effective if you show it to the right people. So, a little tip on this one: look at your most successful customers, the ones that you have had, and well, the ones that have brought you more return on investment for both you and for them. Target the lookalike companies since you know that you can solve their problem while also getting more revenue in for yourself. So, step two would be to present your services in a captivating and easy to understand offer. This is making everything beautiful, everything pretty. So, it's no brainer to say that you have to make something pretty for someone to look at it or to want to look at it. Make them feel stupid for saying no with your offer, but of course, you will have to craft it, test it out, and most importantly, personalize it because you don't want to sound like a machine or like every other person that is pitching them something every day. It's like, I imagine a bunch of you would also get messages every single day, and you don't want this. So see what works and what doesn't. This is A B testing and explain the end results, what's in it for them, because people only care about themselves. So make it about them. Explain the end results. What are they going to get? Why would they want this? This will help you increase your customer satisfaction and avoid prospects being confused or doubting you. And another tip, if you have two identical companies, let's say A and B, just because it works for A, that does not mean it's going to work for B. So, step three is engage with SaaS decision makers. So, you have to do your research, know exactly who you want to target, what they offer, what their pain points are. The more you know, better it is. They want to feel heard, they want to feel like you understand them. So, also, what positions are they in the company? How many employees are there? Where are they located? Do they have several locations? The more you know, the better. And as I said, make them feel like you understand them. So you have to build a lead list applying what I just said. You can do this manually, which will take time and it's not efficient. So be efficient and you can use a nice software to get those good leads in. A little reminder, you do have to know what you're doing to not get the wrong leads because this can and it will harm your reputation. And after getting that lead list, you do have to verify the leads in order to get leads that are actually using that same email. You don't want to get someone that doesn't even work at that company anymore or doesn't use that email. So if you do this, this will increase your successful deals and you will avoid missing opportunities. Step four, system and tech setups. Most people do not like this step, but it is one of the most important steps. Technical setup is something you have to get done correctly. You have to be compliant with Google and its new rules in 2024. If you send out emails to the US, you have to be compliant with the can spam in Canada as well. You can't just cold email people because you want to. So you have to be compliant. So make an automated system setup process that can work day and night. Get those inboxes healthy and ready to use. This will result in improved data accuracy, and getting those inboxes healthy will avoid getting your inboxes deactivated. So avoiding system errors. And you need to do this in order to run the campaigns. If you can't run the campaigns, you can't even send out those emails. Step five, writing the copy and sending it to those lead decision makers. So this is putting your work, with all the steps I said, to work. Create your campaign with its sequences and start sending out those beautiful emails. And you do the A B testing, as I also mentioned above, and you will have to create some follow up sequences as well. But with these steps, you can get it done yourself. So, to summarize, all you have to do is define your ideal customer profile, your ICP, present your services in a captivating and easy to understand offer. So, make it pretty, make it beautiful, make them feel stupid for saying no. Engage with SaaS decision makers, set up all the system and tech, and write copy and send it out to those lead decision makers. With this, you can achieve and engage with those high qualified leads, which will eventually lead to increasing your business's overall revenue. So, that is exactly how you do it, step by step, and I hope this helps. And with this said, there is two ways to do this. Option one is to do it yourself with everything I just mentioned above, which could take about 3 to 6 months to learn how to get the systems to work in a profitable way, spending about 2 to 3 hours every day managing and optimizing these systems. And you have to have in mind that these costs of setting up the systems can start from 5,000 and up. You can also hire a couple of SDRs to handle it, or if you already have a marketing team in place, as most do, you can just delegate the task to them. And this is not saying that you might have to train them on how to do everything. But just like everything else, improvement comes with time, and we are certain you have more important tasks to do, such as running your company. So let's get into option two, which would be letting us cover the needs to generate a nice number of extra revenue in just 8 months with the qualified leads and sales calls we achieve with the steps I mentioned above. So you can keep focusing on your other priorities and get some weight lifted off your back while we do everything for you. Again, this is for CEOs, directors, decision makers of B2B SaaS companies in North America and Europe who feel stuck in competition. They want to engage better with potential buyers and looking to add extra revenue without having to rely on referrals, webinars, or networking. So, here's what will happen when you work with us. We will be doing, in summary, because I'm not going to explain everything here, the technical setup, lead scraping, connection or connecting with decision makers, copywriting and cold outbound messaging would be generating an extra 300 to 500,000 in revenue, extra revenue. You can stop stressing about the unqualified sales calls, which will only cost you time and money. Stop relying on referrals, webinars, networking in order to get that traction, and stop worrying about the struggle to differentiate yourself from competition. So, how does it work? You can either do the steps I mentioned above, as I explained it quite clearly, or work with us as we have already the experience to hit that target. And this is what you would get: you would get the full technical setup, inbox management, data analysis, offer creation, and iterations when necessary, a list of more than 4,000 qualified leads every month, copywriting, and AI powered lead generation software. So, this is its total value, where it's valued at. Oops. Okay. Here we go. Total value. And we can agree that this number is ridiculous to pay, but with us, you would get all of the above for just a fraction of the total cost. And since we are very confident in our services, we have a guarantee to all of this good stuff, which is pretty straightforward. We don't get paid a single penny until we have gotten you results. So the next step would be to book a call so we can get to know your business more and see if we're a good fit, see if we can help you, see what you need. And please remember, our capacity is limited and we can only work closely with just 3 more clients at this time. So let's do a final review of what you would get. A fully managed lead generation service will qualify leads and consistent sales calls scheduled into your calendar. A complete AI cold outreach growth system tailored to your needs. Analysis of the acquired data and constant improvements of campaigns, replies, follow ups, and conversation managed and nurtured until a call is booked, leaving the call to you. Bi weekly calls to discuss further action plans and problems you might have, and a private one on one Slack channel for any questions at any given time. Remember, we don't see a single cent until we book you the meetings. So, this is what I have for you today, and I hope to see you on a call. So, thank you, and I hope this has helped.